A violent career criminal has been sentenced to life in prison with a minimum of 16 years behind bars after fatally attacking a stranger in a shocking, unprovoked assault in Dundee. The case, which later led to a rare prosecution under Scotland's double jeopardy laws, has left the family devastated and sparked wider public outcry over persistent violent offending and failures of rehabilitation. Stephen Krieg, 47, was initially sentenced in 2023 for a vicious assault that left 55-year-old taxi driver Mark Ward with catastrophic injuries. The incident, which began with a simple refusal to give Krieg a cigarette, escalated into a life-altering attack that ultimately led to Mr. Ward's death nearly a year later. The events unfolded in April 2022 in Dundee. Krieg, under the influence of drugs, encountered Mr. Ward, a stranger to him, and asked for a cigarette. When Mr. Ward declined, Krieg responded with disproportionate violence. He shoved Mr. Ward down a grassy embankment, causing him to strike his head forcefully on the pavement below. But the violence didn't stop there. While Mr. Ward lay unconscious and defenceless, Krieg kicked him repeatedly before fleeing the scene without calling for help or showing any sign of remorse. Mr. Ward was later discovered and rushed to hospital, where doctors found he had suffered extensive brain damage. He required emergency surgery and was left unable to speak, eat, or live independently for the rest of his life. He would rely entirely on round-the-clock medical care. Mark Ward's injuries were so severe that his quality of life was entirely stripped away. Once a vibrant, sociable man, known for his intelligence and his dedication to his job as a taxi driver of 20 years, he could no longer communicate with loved ones or engage in basic daily functions. According to a statement from his family, Mark had been a hard-working and much-loved individual with deep roots in his community and close bonds with his family. His parents, sisters, brother-in-law, nieces, and extended family were left devastated by both the brutality of the attack and the prolonged suffering he endured in the months that followed. He died in April 2023 at Nine Wells Hospital, almost exactly 1 year after the attack. A post-mortem determined that his death was directly caused by injuries sustained in the assault. Following Mr. Ward's death, prosecutors made the rare decision to reopen the case under the Double Jeopardy Scotland Act 2011, which allows for a second prosecution in exceptional circumstances. Krieg had already pleaded guilty in January 2023 to a charge of assault causing severe injury, permanent disfigurement, and danger to life, for which he received a prison sentence of 5 years and 4 months. But after the post-mortem confirmed a direct link between the assault and Mr. Ward's death, the Crown Office moved to prosecute Krieg again, this time for murder. Krieg later admitted to the lesser charge of culpable homicide, but stood trial for murder at the High Court in Dundee, where he was ultimately found guilty in January 2025. He was sentenced at the High Court in Edinburgh, sentencing him to life imprisonment with a minimum of 16 years before being eligible for parole. Lady Drummond delivered a scathing rebuke of Krieg's actions in history. This was a senseless, violent, and unprovoked attack on Mr. Ward, who was a stranger to you, she said. You left him lying on the road without stopping or showing any concern. You left him to his fate. She went on to detail the immense impact the attack had on the victim's family. Mr. Ward was a much-loved, highly intelligent social and family man. The injuries you inflicted on him left him fully dependent on others for care. His death brought an unimaginable grief to his family, who have been left in shock and enduring deep distress. Lady Drummond also highlighted Grieg's long and troubling history of criminal behaviour. His record dates back to 1993 for his first contact with the justice system, occurring when he was just 13 years old. Over the next 3 decades, his offending continued unabated. At the time of the attack, Grieg was on 5 separate bail orders. Though the court acknowledged his difficult childhood and long-term drug abuse, which began at a young age, the judge emphasised that Grieg had been offered numerous chances through community-based sentences and rehabilitation services. Each time he failed to engage meaningfully or make lasting change. A social work report submitted to the court stated that Grieg showed no meaningful remorse for his actions, further reinforcing the decision for a lengthy custodial sentence. Moira Orr, who leads on homicide and major crime for the Crown Office and Procurator Fiscal Service, described the case as particularly traumatic and a complex one. This is a rare situation where someone has already been convicted under one charge and is then prosecuted again for a more serious crime arising from the same incident. She said, "As prosecutors, we work tirelessly to deliver justice for Mark Ward and his family, who have endured unimaginable pain since the assault in 2022. Stephen Grieg's appalling actions robbed a family of a beloved son, brother, and uncle. His sentences reflects on the gravity of the crime, and our thoughts remain with Mr. Ward's family during this difficult time." The tragedy of Mark Ward's death, the result of a fleeting, meaningless interaction, has sent ripples across the community. It has reignited concerns about violent repeat offenders, the challenges of drug abuse, and the limits of current rehabilitation efforts. The use of double jeopardy legislation in this case also underlines the Crown's commitment to pursuing justice when new evidence arises. For the Ward family, however, the pain remains. No sentence, no matter how long, can undo the suffering their loved one endured or the years of life he lost. But with Grieg now facing the consequences of his actions in full, there may be at least a measure of accountability and a warning for others about the price of unchecked violence. Please like this video, please comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.